It's the Dino Wells Show. What up, everybody? Dino Wells here. Dino Wells talking a great game today. Season 3 of the Dino Wells Show. And the episode today, starting a new season, is about taking a loss. You know, on any aspect of life, if it comes to sports, relationships, you have to be passionate about whatever it is you want to take. If you're taking a loss, you want to have to, learn how to deal with a loss. Loss of a loved one, if they have transcended to another level, how do you deal with that loss? Most people take loss. A lot of people take loss differently. I chose this subject because of, the Super Bowl this past week was an interesting thing because, Tom Brady and his epic career, being the best of all time, going against a young, hungry Atlanta Falcon team. So you have the New England Patriots going against the Atlanta Falcons, and the Super Bowl started off, think it was going to be a blowout, and it was an outstanding game, the first half. Of course, I was writing a lot of things online on Twitter and Facebook, pushing and rooting the Falcons on and the fans and things and such forth. I'm not an Atlanta Falcons fan, but I was rooting for the Falcons anyway. I'm a Bears and Bengals fan, but, I go for the NFC, so I was going for the underdogs. And they was putting it on them. And I said, well, what would Belichick do for the second half? What would Matt Patricia do for the second half? I said, they don't have no answers for Atlanta. They're just too fast. They're doing their thing. Second half come out, different story. Interesting second half as well. I mean, my goodness. 31 unanswered points. Overtime. First overtime in Super Bowl history. My goodness. And boom, Brady, surpassing Bradshaw, with the Super Bowl wins. So, that's awesome. So, as I think about it, I'm like, with that loss, I know there were a lot of Atlanta fans that were heated, that couldn't believe their eyes, like I couldn't believe my eyes in watching this magical, mystical comeback that happened. It was just off the chain. Well, anyway, I feel that Kyle Shanahan had something to do with one particular point in the latter part of the game with a minute and 20-something seconds left in the game. They had the ball on the 22-yard line. 1st and 10. Only thing they needed was a field goal to go up by 11. And they decide to pass the ball. He gets sacked. They decide to pass again, holding. They decide to pass again, goes out of bounds. They're out of field goal range. You give Brady the ball back, he drives it down the field, scores. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. You don't give Brady an opportunity to come and bite you in the butt. A lot of people say you don't bet against Brady. I have an actor friend who's a die-hard Patriots fan, and I was talking mad shit to him in the beginning of the game. I was even came to the point said they about to get the worst ass whooping since the Bears gave it to them in '85. Wow. Put my foot in my mouth. How do you deal with a loss? How do you deal with a loss? How do you deal with a loss like that? How invested are you with your team in taking that loss? Right? Are you passionate about your team? Does that loss affect you any? Did it affect your work the next day? Yeah, good question, right? So that was one thing I want to know. With how did that loss affect you? Did it bother you to the point where you couldn't get no sleep, you couldn't eat? When you lose a loved one, how does that loss affect you? It depends on the relationship with that loved one, right? I lost my son in 2015, and I'm still dealing with the effects of it today. I lost my girlfriend 25 years ago, and I'm still dealing with the effects of it today. You know? So it just depends on the person and how do you deal with the loss. I can say when my girlfriend was murdered in front of me 25 years ago, it really, for a month, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. I couldn't do anything. I'll try to put my mind to go training because I was boxing at the time. I couldn't even do none of that. My career was, I don't know. I felt that things wasn't going in the direction that I wanted to go in my life after the loss of her, and then everything else ensued after that. And then I can chalk out everything else in my life for loss. My career, I took a lot of shorts and losses in my career as well, and I'm bouncing back from that. I'm doing a wonderful podcast show, which this season is going to be very interesting because I am going to start interviewing good people that's in the business, people that's not in the business, influential people that's doing good things in life, positive things, things that's very aspiring, stuff that make you want to, move your feet and move your career or your life or your situation on. If you're in a lethargic state in your life, you move forward. If you feel like you're at a loss at something, maybe my podcast will help you along the way some kind of way. This is season 3, episode 1. I chose loss because I know that loss hurt. Like when the Bears lost to Indianapolis in that Super Bowl with Rex Grossman, as the quarterback, our defense did great. Matt Forte fumbled. It rained. I remember that game like it was yesterday. I was hurt after that because, man, my Bears is going to the Super Bowl. They went to the Super Bowl. They played the Colts and got beat. Didn't get beat bad, but, Peyton Manning did his thing. But it was the second half thing. The second half, the fumble and all that stuff, it was just crazy. Yeah. How did I take that loss? Oh, my goodness. That loss was... I'm sitting there like, man... It didn't affect my work the next day. It didn't make me have nightmares. No, it didn't do that. But I took a financial loss because I put money on it with some friends. A little small wager. And I took maybe a passionate loss of being a Bears fan. And the Bears hadn't been right ever since. They had not been right ever since. Interesting, right? Anyway, so with that being said, how do you take a loss? Are you passionate about what you lost? Are you invested in what you lost? Were you invested in what you lost? I should say. Yeah. Because this is a two-part show too, actually. Because, it's a psychological thing. It's a deep and psychological thing when you lose something. Like if you have short-term memory loss, or you have long-term memory loss, or you have your keys, you lost your car keys, or you lost something. Relationships is a big thing though. When you lose a loved one, you break up for whatever, infidelity or financial issues or whatever the case may be, that loss hurt. And that can affect you some type of way, sleep wise or whatever the case may be. It can affect you to the point where you're going to be like, what the fuck? Females take loss different than men. It's not I don't know if it's a proven fact, but I feel that females take a loss different than men. In my opinion. You might feel differently. And if so, you hit me on my Facebook at Dino Wells or at Twitter at Dino Wells. And let me know what you think about that. What you think? Who take a loss better or differently? Women and men. How does loss affect? I guess it depends on the situation. Like if you break up with someone, or if you lost a football game or a basketball game, you lost your job. And that's another thing, losing your job. That can affect you big time, because if you're a big financial supporter to someone or family, you got a wife, you got kids, and you lost your job, that can really be very detrimental to your health, your life. Right? Yeah. Like, there's another, let me use this example. Hillary Clinton losing to Donald Trump. How does she affect that loss? You know what? I'm going to say this is in my opinion. I remember when I was watching that night and everybody's in her, everybody's at her place, everybody was there, everybody's there waiting to hear for her to come out to either give her a victory speech or concede. Everybody was there. And on the other side, on Trump's side, everybody there doing anything. Everybody's happy, looking up, whatever. You don't see no scared looks on their face or anything. Everybody looking confident. Where you have on the Hillary Clinton side, everybody looking all not as optimistic as doing her whole trail to get to that point. You know what I mean? Some people looked optimistic, but But then they had sent the man out there and tell everybody to go home. You know what I mean? She had already accepted her loss. But she didn't want, I feel, in my opinion, she didn't want a riot or no mess to happen. She just told everybody to go home. And everybody started to leave. You see here, the place started to, clear out. And right after the place started to clear out, then you hear on the news that she has called Donald Trump and gave her her speech. You know what I mean? She conceded. Wow. She accepted her loss. I guess she didn't know how I guess she took that loss. And then, all the other stuff ensued after that. With the Russia and the hacking and blah, blah. Who knows? I don't know. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Right. Anywho, this is me, Dino Wells, in the flesh. I have a song that I want to play. It was, it's called Last Night. And, I did this song. I don't know if you're going to like it or not. It's going to be interesting. Hopefully you'll like it. Let me know. Here it goes. Yeah, that was Last Night by your boy Dino Wells, Dr. Trackenstein. It's a track I made, on Music Maker Jam. I make great tracks on Music Maker Jam. You know how I do. I make them good tracks from here and there from time to time. Music is a part of my journey as well. Now, if you want to follow me, you can follow me on YouTube, Mr. Dino Wells. That's where most of these podcasts goes onto my YouTube at Mr. Dino Wells. You can follow me on my Facebook, which is Dino Wells, or you see the real Dino Wells fan page. You can hit me on Twitter, Dino Wells, Periscope, Dino_Wells, Snapchat, Dino_Wells. I'm all over. You just Google me, Dino Wells. I'm there. If you want to go to www.aboutme.com /Dino Wells. I believe you can catch all my URLs there, or itsmyurls.com and /Dino Wells. All my URLs are there as well. www.itsmyurls.com /Dino Wells, and all my URLs are there. Now, moving forward, I'm going to have, like I said, a wonderful season. This is going to be an interesting season, talking about great things, talking with great people. I have a show coming up that's going to be very entertaining as well. I'm just going to try to make them all, not lethargic, not boo-boo, just keep everything cool in this podcast world. Season 3, I want to make season 3 a little bit more memorable than season 2 and season 1. And just keep it hot, keep it going, keep it moving. Get the name out there. What I have going on right now, when the bell rings, as you know about my documentary, as we talk about a loss, I chalk that up as a loss. And how do I deal with that? Is just keep pushing forward. Reason why, how should I know you say, why do I take it as a loss? Well, we had our world premiere in 2014 at the New Orleans Film Festival. We won 4 awards, or 3 awards since then, with 3 different other film festivals. We got honorable mention and runner-ups a couple times. So, and Metta World Peace came on a year later. We had a LA premiere in December of 2015, and then we had our world release online, with online distribution release. Hundreds of people seen the documentary, say how they're inspired by my story, how a lot of people who's out of shape and want to get back in shape, want to push forward and do their thing with their life and their career, whatever the case may be. They were inspired when they saw the documentary. Makes me feel good. I look in my inbox every day. But reason why I say I take it as a loss, because it's not reaching out to the masses that the demographics and the population, the people that I want it to reach. I want to touch more people. Yeah, hundreds of people have seen it. It has online distribution. I'm a little bit upset and salty because we didn't get the love with our own distribution company that I feel that it should have gotten. I believe we should be. I believe we should touch more people. I believe we had more interviews. I'm respectful and grateful for Something Creative and Metta World Peace and Bare Knuckle Media and I forgot the other one on there. But they all, I respect every last one of them. Everyone that's a part of it, I respect every last one of them. I had a brain fart for a second. But at the same time, Metta World Peace did what he did. He pushed it. But I say we take it as a loss because we didn't move forward like we wanted. We didn't touch the people. But we can rebound and bounce back from it. So, and we can still touch people. A lot of people say this is a legendary documentary. It's a very powerful documentary. And I know it is. My story, my life is powerful. You know why? Because I lived it. I'm still here. I'm pushing through the trials and tribulations through life where I can deliver to you good content from stuff from out of my life, as well as bring on people to inspire you to move forward, whatever obstacles that you may encounter. Okay? I'm writing my life story. A lot of people said that they asked me a lot of questions about when the bell rings, and I like, I'm writing a book. I've been writing this book for the past 20 years. This book, my life, 15, 20 years. I just never get a chance to finish it. I had some ghostwriters to say they was going to help me write and whatever. Not even going to get into that. I said, fuck ghostwriters. I do it my damn self. But when I get the chance to finish writing my own book, now my script to my life, I've finished it, but I'm writing it in two parts. In part 1 and part 2. Part 1 is done. Part 1 is done. And now it's time to, I'm working on part 2 now. But part 1 is done. It went through its drafts. We'll go through another couple, it's going to go through a couple of more drafts before it's all said and done. And then you will see that in the theaters once we, once I get everything and do, all the ducks in a row, film it, the actors and, it's going to be a big budget film because it's, my life from the 70s until the 90s, and then boom. Just my career, my journey, my walk, my shorts and my losses, my dealing with loss in life. I lost a lot of things in life, even my pride at one point. But I bounced back from it. I let it affect me too for a minute, But I'm a smart brother. I'm not one of those, I didn't want to fall prey. I'm not one of those that want to fall prey to the system. I didn't fall prey to the system, and I'm not falling prey to the system. Now, I'm not saying I can change everybody. I want to change everybody hard, because people are set in their ways. People's not going to change. People are comfortable where they are. And those who are comfortable where they are, that's the ones you like, okay, cool. You could plant the seed and keep it moving. But the ones that want to move forward out of the rut that they're in, or move forward, plant that seed, and they keep watering that seed until they blossom into a wonderful plant. Boom, let's go. Let's do it. That's what it's all about. Learning, moving forward, loving the growth of life. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, like I said, hit me up. Let's talk. Talk to me on my social media. Share my social media. Share this podcast. Season 3, episode 1. I said season 1. Season 3, episode 1. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect at all. But I'm enjoying this process. This whole process. Hopefully I can have a TV show one day. So hopefully I can be hopefully I can have a recurring role on a TV show. My company, me and my girl and our company just blow up. Ambient Path Entertainment LLC blow up, and we just making movies, strong films for you all to enjoy. Of course, we're going to take our losses along the way. How do we deal with the losses and accept it? Learn from your mistakes, learn from the loss, and move on. A loss is a learning experience. Even whatever you lose is a learning experience. Even if you love someone, you lost them, it's a learning experience. It's a lesson learned in your life. Even if someone transcended on to the next level, it's a lesson learned in life. You learn a valuable lesson. What you do with that lesson is the key, right? Say it with me. It's the lesson, that the value of that lesson, say it with me, it's the value of that lesson learned is the key. The value of that lesson learned is the key. What can you take from that lesson learned? A loss. Like, let me give you another example about a loss. Video game players. I'm an avid Madden player. I play Last of Us and Madden. I love Madden. I've been playing Madden since it first started. I've been playing video game football since Tecmo Bowl. Joe Montana football, all those different footballs, okay, games. But when you play a video game and you play hard, it's a waste of time, pretty much. Playing video games is a waste of fucking time. We already know it. You could be doing other shit with your time. But, I like to use some time to waste to play video games because I'm a competitive person. I like to challenge people. I like to challenge. I go online and I see who want to play. I get on and I play somebody and we do what we do. Now, the thing is, when you're online and you're playing someone, you put 40 minutes of your time or 30 minutes of your time playing against somebody, and then they can't, and you beating the shit out of them, and then they rage quit on you. Just quit. That's the ones you're like, man, if they quit a video game, what else would they quit in life? I know it's a video game, but damn. Or you playing Last of Us and you with a team and y'all doing your thing. Now, Last of Us is a killing, shooting, zombie, apocalyptic game where they got factions. You gotta, go to supply boxes and all that. This Last of Us is one of the best games, best shooting game ever. Best shooting game ever. Can't wait for Last of Us 2 to come out. The Last of Us 2. Can't wait. Anyway. And when your team and you there, y'all on a roll and y'all killing everybody, and then boom, 2 people on their team quit, or 1 person on their team quit, or you on a team and then your team, you getting your ass handed to you in your team and you doing the best that you can, you working on there, and then one of your team members quit. Now, when you play Last of Us, they match you together with people, random people you don't know. Sometimes you get put together with people you played with before, and if you play good together, you befriend them, send them a friend request, and then y'all match up and y'all play that way. But people just don't know how to take losses no more these days. It's so stupid to me. Why? Dumb, retarded to me, silly, stupid. They don't know how to take losses. It's just a video game. Yeah, but you wasted my time, and you wasted your own time, and you just quit. If I get my ass kicked in Madden, I'm just go through it. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I get frustrated to the point. There is a button called concede. I will click if I'm getting my behind handed to the point I know I can't do nothing, and the scores, and I'm not scoring at all. I'm getting shut out. I'm not going to get shut out. I'm going to try to keep playing until I put something on the board if it's 3 points. And as I put the 3 point, if it's 40 something to 3. Which that's rare, super rare. But if it's 40 something to 3, I'm going to click the button and concede. Honorable. Concede. Not cut the game off or push the button, let the disc come out or whatever the case may be. That's rage quitting. I'm not going to do that. It's retarded. That's just dumb. I'm not doing that. If I'm getting my behind handed to me in Last of Us, I'm not going to quit. I'm not just going to just cut the game off. I respect my teammates. You know what I'm saying? Unless there's an emergency. If there's an emergency, fuck the video game, cutting the shit off, and then we got to go take care of what we need to take care of. But that just bothers me. You got to learn how to take a loss in life. If you can't take a loss in the video, what? If you're playing a card game, you're getting your ass handed to you in spades, you're going to throw the cards across the table and walk away from the table? Or you playing blackjacks or something, or you in the casino and you putting your money in the casino and you not getting your thing, you're gonna kick in the machine and break the window or break the monitor or whatever because you not winning? Like, come on, that's stupid to me. Next song right now I'm gonna play is a Double or Nothing. I want you to check it out. Listen to it. It's by me, Dr. Trackenstein. You know me. I like doing my thing. I want you to check it out. Dino Wells, the next household name. Double or Nothing. Boom. And I'm going to tell you more about the Double or Nothing and the reason why, what the song is too in a minute, okay? That was a song written by me. Um, it's a powerful song though, actually. The song is so powerful to me. I feel that, you know, I feel that I put my energy into that one, you know. So I put my energy in that one. I don't know if you liked it, but it was all I put all my heart and soul in that one. You know what I mean? So, anywho, if you like the songs, you just go to Music Maker Jam and you can find me on there, Dr. Trackenstein. And yeah. If you I'm choked up right now because I was writing in between the break in this show. As I'm letting y'all listen to my music, I'm over here writing my script. You know what I mean? And I wrote an emotional scene that's kind of got choked up about it because, just bringing back memories. That's why it takes forever for me to write my book because that is digging memories from the past. And it's kind of, rough at times. But, I feel good now. Whoo! Okay. That's the laugh. I want to give some shout outs. I want to shout out to Geneva for the Geneva's Closet. Get me on her show and I did the interview. I got to interview her. I got to return the favor. I want to give shout out to my baby, Trish Jackson. I got to give a shout out to her. Give shout out to my children, Abaya, Deshaun, Desmond, Destiny, and rest in peace, Orlando. I want to say shout out to my new homie I just met today, Mr. Nate Henry. The brother is a cool brother, some great ideas, great things he got going on. I want to shout out to all my homies, my friends that's been around here, been on the journey. Darnley Edgehill Jr., William Brown, Jay, you know what I'm saying, Man, everyone. Everyone has been a part of this journey. Rest in peace, Abaya, McMain. Shout out to Nicole and Sean Snedeker and Regina Snedeker. Just want to give y'all a shout out. Much love to you all. Want y'all just to go check me out on YouTube, Mr. Dino Wells. Go subscribe. Add me as a friend. Go to my my Facebook. Go to my Instagram. Dino Wells. Dino_Wells on Snapchat. Periscope. I'm even on Pinterest. I'm on Pinterest. Dino Wells. I'm everywhere. You know what I mean. Got a movie coming out in October. I'm gonna push that every episode until this season over with. Same kind of different as me. My first speaking role in a major motion picture. Same kind of different as me. Comes out in October. It's a good, powerful movie. It's gonna get ready for its Oscar run. Check it out. It's gonna be I wish it would have came out earlier, but I understand why it's coming out in October. I understand the whole demographics behind it and the ways they're gonna push it and the time frame and all that. So this is Dino Wells. Love you all. Check me out, like I said. Check it out. I'm here. I'm enjoying your time. Much love. Much love. Much love. Peace.